From the high desert southwest and an indiscreet shave den located in the deep recesses of Ouch's basement, broadcasting north from McMurdo Sound to Ice Station Zebra and east and west across all time zones to our members throughout the world, this is Badger and Blade Radio. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you may be on this big blue marble we call home, and welcome to Badger and Blade Radio. First off, we want to thank everyone for the comments and the congrats on our first year in broadcast. We certainly hope that you enjoyed our first year, and we hope to make year two even better. What's on deck for the show tonight? Well, we have our news and events around badgerandblade.com, our mail call section, which will be a discussion about soaps versus creams, our premiere of our vendor advertising program, and our Steward Spotlight interview with Imatabor, John, from the Safety Razor Forum. Now, please note that interview was pre-recorded, so the bingo has already started, even though we do start talking about that as well. And also, we did run a couple of PIFs during our anniversary show. One was for a movie night package for a lucky family of 4, and the other was for 3, that's right, 3 of the B&B 10th anniversary Omega Essential brushes, and we've got those winners, and we're going to announce them right now. So, drum roll, please. The winner of the movie package. Now, please note that we will also post this on the Video Library Forum in those threads, just in case. But the winner of the movie package was McVaymac. Walt, congratulations. Hopefully, you'll have some fun doing that. And then the first of the B&B Essential brushes goes to Selfie, or S-F-I-E-L-E, Safile, I guess. But congratulations. The second B&B brush goes to E.M. Wolf. And the third goes to our friend and yours, Clyde72. So for all the winners, please PM me with your full name and mailing address, and we'll get those prizes out to you as well. And once again, we will have the complete listing of winners on the Video Library Forum. Now, as we move forward, we are premiering our vendor advertising program. Now, the importance of the vendors to Badger and Blade is very well known. Most of these vendors were members far before they became vendors, and they do have a store for them right here on badgerandblade.com. We would suggest and we would ask that you really go down to those forums, talk to the vendors, and support them, because they are constantly supporting Badger and Blade, not both monetarily, but also with some of the products they bring to Badger and Blade, and sometimes even some exclusive products. So the 2 advertising programs that we have finished right now are Captain's Choice and Bullgoose shaving supplies. Now, they wanted to do something special for the B&B listeners this time around. So, for Captain's Choice, during this show and after the show, and make sure you watch and listen, because there are some hints that are going to be involved with the commercial. If you go to the Captain's Choice vendor store right here on badgerandblade.com and look for a brand new thread for some great giveaways that he's going to be giving away for a limited time. Now, he may be asking you something about the commercial, so please make sure you watch carefully. And Phil at Bullgoose Shaving Supplies is going to offer 15% off of all software, which includes aftershaves, soaps, and creams, for 7 days, starting today and running through May 22nd. So please make sure you take a look at that, and the code that you will use is BB515. So we certainly want to thank both Bullgoose Shaving and Captain's Choice for being a part of our vendor program, and we would also suggest that all vendors, this is a free service. B&B Video Productions, along with Skypsyd Video Productions, will be producing these commercials for you for free, and they will air on all B&B episodes. Right after the break, we'll come back with our news and events around badgerandblade.com. Stick with us.
Aye, mateys, ha ha ha, Captain Nobeard here. You know, managing a pirate ship can be stressful, and it can be hard to find time for myself, except for my daily morning shave. To give myself that wonderful shave experience, I use Captain's Choice products. The quality of the soaps, creams, and aftershaves and balms are top-notch for my daily parlay with my face. Plus, they have wonderful accessories including lather bowls, one-of-a-kind soap lockers, and brushes. My favorite is the cat-o'-nine tails. Oh, what a burn. But all the products are treasures. So nice are my morning shaves
that it transforms me into a true gentleman for a time before having to become a pirate again.
So, if you are looking for the best in shave products, look no further. Anchor up and get your treasure at CaptainsChoiceStore.com. Yo ho, it's Captain's Choice for me.
Captain's Choice Products, www.CaptainsChoiceStore.com. Welcome back to B&B Radio, everybody. We hope you're enjoying your day, and we really certainly appreciate you spending some time with us today. And now for some news and events around BadgerandBlade.com. And it should be noted that the news and events is a quick capsule of some of the items that are going on BadgerandBlade.com, as well as any announcements that the moderator team feels we need to know. Now, over time, it's become a little bit comedic, but we hope you guys have a lot of fun with it. So, from the mind of Ford Father, one of our moderators here on www.BadgerandBlade.com, this just in from the B&B cafeteria, the chipped beef platter has been replaced by the turkey veggie meatloaf cups. Now, Chris, clean-shaved, responded, "I thought he had just made that up. But my good friend on Google tells me that it is a real food. Can someone point me to the direction of the B&B cafeteria?" For those members that do not know where the B&B cafeteria is, the menu changes on a daily basis, and it is located on sub-level 6, right next to the executive washrooms and the taco bar. If you need complete GPS instructions, please contact Ford Father for that. Now, our newest moderator, Dangerous Don, is telling us that he once stole a pencil from Putt Putt. Golf, that is. Now, the authorities have been notified, and we're hoping that Dangerous Don can get a good plea deal for that graphite rod that he stole from the Putt Putt golf location. And now for something a little bit more serious, Rock Viper Sam, another one of our moderators, is telling us to keep a lookout for a PIF in the soaps forum. He is legendary when it comes to 307-ing, and for those that do not know that, what that is taking one soap and using it until its completion. Well, he is taking on a huge amount of soap right now. He is going to 307-ing a 23 ounce or 650 grams of P160. Now, the PIF he's going to be starting will be asking folks to guess how long it will take for him to 307-ing. So this will be a very long-lived PIF. So please keep an eye out in the soaps forum for Rock Viper to open up that PIF. Now, member YKMV was running an active duty veterans PIF, and 08DI and Turtle X Docs won that, so congratulations. And George, Captain P, was also running an active duty Gracie Brush Edition, and Big Savito was the winner of that. So please head on over to the General Shave Discussion, the GSD, for pics of all the great prizes that these stewards offered in their PIFs. Now, our forum steward in the nib, Eric, wanted to let everybody know that the Blind Ink Review thread is up. This is May 2017. Sign-ups are going to be taken until the 19th, so you still have a few days, and that may be prolonged depending on how many members sign up. Tom Heckle has a PIF going on until the 19th for a few ink cartridge samples. Not a huge PIF, but a PIF nonetheless. The mention is that it is going to be the Thornton's Luxury Goods ink, so please get over there and get involved. Also, the Traveling Ink Box is currently making its way through the Midwest. Another reminder that you can sign up for this anytime, and it would be appreciated. So check out the nib for those great happenings going on. David, Staccato 11 of our Straight Razor forum, wants to let everybody know that the Gold Mod competition is still in full swing. The Straight Razor forum has got a wonderful contest going on for both novice creators of the Gold Dollar as well as experienced. Now, some of those pictures have been released already for people that are getting close to being done. So please head on over to the Straight Shave forum, look for the Gold Dollar modification contest, and check out some of the beautiful works of art that our members are creating. David, Real Pretend Psychic, has a PIF going on in the Brush forum for an SOC bore. This is running through the middle of this week. There's also a bonus entry for contributors and workout posts in the clubhouse. So check out all those forums, and that's our news and events for this episode. When we get back, we'll have our Steward Spotlight interview with Imatabor, one of the stewards of the Safety Razor forum. We'll be right back. Since 2009, Bullgoose Shaving Supplies has been providing the best in shaving products to the discerning traditional shaver, carrying shave soaps, creams, aftershaves, fragrances, razors, and accessories from many of the top manufacturers, as well as unique and artisan shave products from around the world. Bullgoose Shaving Supplies also carries its very own product of shave soaps, custom brushes, and razors under the Asylum Shaveworks brand, including the one-of-a-kind Asylum RX single-edge razor, the Asylum Evolution, an homage to the 1930s Darwin, and coming soon to Bullgoose, the Paradigm Titanium double-edge razor. Bullgoose Shaving Supplies is your one-stop shop for bath and shower, as well as all personal grooming accessories. Looking for that special gift or storage solution? We have that too. With lightning-quick order fulfillment, wonderful customer service, and an easy-to-navigate website, you can get everything you need at Bullgoose Shaving Supplies. www.bullgooseshaving.com. That's www.bullgooseshaving.com. Joining us now is one of my very good friends, a person that has been very responsible for some of the things I've done here at Badger and Blade Radio, your safety razor forum steward, John, and you know him as Imatabor. Welcome, John, to the show. How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing well up here. I don't know if I'm comfortable taking responsibility for what you've become. I just want that for the record.
Well,
right.
A little bit of story for the members here at Badger and Blade. When I first joined, I lurked around for quite a while, and I had been looking for different types of razors. And a certain gentleman by the name of Imatabor reached out to me and said, "Hey, listen, I've got an open comb razor that I'd like you to try. Here it comes." Well, that started a very long and wonderful friendship with this gentleman we're listening to today, as he is basically responsible for a bunch of stuff that I've done here on BadgerandBlade.com, including the acquisition of razors. His generosity, as most of you members may know already, is without equal. He sent me over a period of time, different straight razors to try. And, and here it is, he's sending these to a guy he really doesn't know halfway across the country. And the only payment that I could give him was in the form of tamales. And, he's really the one that started my acquisition disorder and my shaving when it comes to straight razors, introducing me to Swedish razors and razors from all over to allow me to test drive them. And not only that, but he was also very generous in giving me a straight razor, which I covet. So, John, I want to publicly say that, you are a very good friend. I appreciate everything you've done for me. And as we move forward, tell us a little bit about yourself and how did you get involved in traditional shaving?
All right. Well, golly, with an introduction like that, man, I just should leave right now. I can't get any better than that. Turnaround lead shaving. I think, like a lot of people, walked into the local department store, saw $15 for 3 blades, and just got tired of it. Turnaround shaving was always a chore. My neck always looked like hamburger. Tried just about everything that was out there, the latest gizmos, gadgets, things that vibrated, things that lit up. Someone even said, "Hey, you need an electric razor," which was just like a lawnmower. So I'm just one of these guys who's, especially neck, I tried to shave the day before just to get the redness, just going in public so, people didn't run and scream at the Elephant Man. But, you've seen me. But no, I turned around and finally got sick of the price and started looking around. There's got to be something cheaper. This was before the Micro Touch really hit it out. So there, wasn't much in the department stores. And I'm a research junkie. So I, hit Google and started bouncing around and came to Badger and Blade and started poking around and came across, hey, I need something. And actually went down to my local flea market, picked up a 40 Super Speed and tried that. Got some blades online, got some soap online. I think Mama Bear was one of the first soaps I ever tried. This was all new, and like I said, I'm a research junkie, so I read. And first shave I had with it wasn't bad. It was better than the cartridges, way better than the electric. And so slowly got sucked in and started reading how people had all these other razors. And I got to the point where I want one of those too. I kind of suffer from that. So from there, but the problem is I'm poor and I'm cheap. And so, yard sales, flea markets, and started to pick things up slowly but surely. Etsy, eBay, and like I said, I've been on the forum now since,
2013. Mm-hmm.
So things weren't quite crazy like they are now. Etsy was great. You could go and I would just offer people lowball prices on stuff. And they'd say, yeah, sure, take my old junk. And, that was back when things were junk.
Well, when they were reasonable.
People were like, hey, this is my grandpa's old razor. It's covered in soap. I don't want it.
Sure.
Now you hit a flea market and you're like, oh, this is a rare, whatever, and it's worth, $1 million. It's like, no. So I think I got in real lucky time-wise. Built up a collection, used Mr. Razor as a guide, and got at least one razor from each category that he had. And so through that, I was able to get good deals. I mean, my pride and joy is my $1.50 toggle that I got.
You realize by just saying that you got a toggle for $1.50 that some of the members out here probably just passed out.
Well, now be honest. Truth in advertising. My job is pretty important to be honest. It was $1.55 because it was sales tax. So I mean, Uncle Sam had to take his bite, but I didn't know what it was. Walked in the place, looked around, was walking out. The guy says, hey, are you looking for a particular? I said, yeah, I'm looking for razors. Because I got this old thing here, and it was no case. Most of what I have don't have cases. Everything I have is pretty much user grade. That's what I can afford. But, hey, they shave. I'm not, I don't have a display case. My wife isn't really supportive. She thinks I'm crazy. She's like, you've spent, 3 years of your life or 4 years of your life daily looking on a razor forum. You're nuts.
But to be fair, she did make some shave soap that was fantastic. So she's involved a little bit as well.
Well, I asked her. My wife is crafty. She makes soaps here and there, and so I said, hey, you ought to try making some safe soap. And so she kind of jumped in on that. And the problem is, I've probably had double the collection I have. I've probably given over half of it away. I gave away almost all of her soap that she made. So now I'm hard pressed to get her to make something else because she's like, aren't you going to use it, or are you just going to give it away?
Well,
I think she was afraid I stole it.
Well, and I've got to tell you that to give her some props as well. The soap that she made was absolutely fantastic. I obviously gave it the moniker of Mrs. Tabor's Ye Old Shave Soap, but it reminds me of that old fashioned soap that just is perfect. Now, do you have some favorite types of razors, soaps? I know that you're really into straights as well, obviously. But what kind of favorites do you have?
Oh, see, this is where I look at you guys. This is where the people in the monkey house are calling the people in the zoo other parts crazy. I'm in the fence, but I look across and I'm like, these guys are all in the fragrances and all into these soaps. You guys are nuts. And my wife's like, you're one of them. I was like, no, I'm not like Dave. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you created me. You created me, though. You created me. For
the record, I take no responsibility for what this grown man has done.
Oh, wrong.
But no, if anything, maybe I might have pointed you in the wrong way, right way. That's how you want to look at it. But in it. But you've surpassed me. You've become the master. I'm just a little Padawan. But I'm not one of these. I would say one of these crazy guys. I only have like 60 straights and only have like 40.
Okay, stop. I only have 60 straights. Okay, I've got about 40, and I'm not, and I know I'm nuts, but you have 60 straights. 60. Okay, so you're just as nuts as we are. You're one of the monkeys just like we are.
Yeah, see? But you guys have perfected to an art, But no, for soaps, I love my Sterling. It's affordable. Like I said, I don't have a lot of money. I'm envious of some of the guys who, cost isn't really an option. I've been able to sell and trade and upgrade, and I've gone on the buy-sell trade and able to get lots of soap. So, most of what I have, I haven't really got a lot invested in.
Well, plus what you have to understand is what you've done. That's a good thing. Is in our waning years, when we're standing on a corner saying we'll sell razors for food, you'll be a millionaire saying, "See, if you would have done it my way, it would have worked."
But I think that's what's cool about this. The way I look at it is, I've stepped in, and most of the things, like I said, I'll jump in and run with things for like a year. And then usually I peter out. Usually I learn what I wanted to learn. I've kind of maxed out on that. This has been a little bit different. There's always something. And like I said, where else can I get? I came home, bought the toggle for $1.55, and lo and behold, I looked it up on Badger and Blade, and they were going for $400 at the time.
Yeah. Well, I think I've seen them selling. I think I've seen some of them selling for in the thousands.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't. I say nothing special, but but it's not cased. Most of what I have is user grade,
Sure.
but it allows me to be part of the community, which I love. I've come for the razors. I've stayed for the people. I love the interaction. And most of what I've done is, I turn around and post pictures, and I've become sort of the gift king. Posting reactions and stuff like that. But as far as favorite, I think there was a question in there. As far as the favorite goes, what I tend to do is, favorite soap, I'm a Sterling guy. I really like it. It's affordable. It's cheap. There are some better soaps. Just don't give me some, Tabic and, get me away from the veg. I'm all set. But, I like Sterling. Right now, actually, what happened was my Sterling ran out, and I'm too lazy to open a new package. And I've been using my travel kit, which is Arco.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's a great soap.
Effective. So I'm not an aftershave guy. I've just never got into that. Razors, what happens is I right now have a cup in the medicine cabinet. I don't have a fancy den. I have a cup that probably right now has probably a dozen razors in it, and I'll grab one and I'll use it until maybe I see something online that perks my interest to something else. So I was using my old type because we were doing a grudge match, and that. So I was using that for a while. Someone lent me. I mean, the generosity of the site is huge. I've been able to use an RX for the past week. That member has let me borrow, and so I've been shaving with that. I picked out. So I don't say I have a favorite.
Sure.
I like aggressive razors. Except for the raised flat bottom,
Mm-hmm.
which anyone who follows me online, I say that is the king of shavers.
Sure.
It is just so smooth, and it's so beautiful, and to me, that's the epitome of the razors. And then I'll get into the kick where I'll use straights, and I'll use my straights. Swedes are my favorite. Good friend of ours, Polar Beard, Arnie. Has been gracious and helped me get some stuff out of his country. I got some very special ones that I have. I've gotten some from you, a few from Arnie. Coming up, his wife passed away about a year ago, and and there's some that I dig out and I use, and I'm probably weird. I'll grab a razor that I have connections with some of the members. And, I pray for people as I shave. Maybe I should pray for myself so I don't slight myself, but, but I use it as an opportunity. Hey, so-and-so gave me this, and I'll use that Zen time, as people refer to it, and use it that way. So, yeah, I'm not more of a Unitarian kind of guy.
Well, what I call you, and Arne once again has been a good friend to both of us, for a long time, but what obviously some of the members know about the Central Enablement Center, which is in the Clubs and Brotherhood, and you were really the onus behind that one as well, because really I call you the grandfather of enablement, because you do it very, very subtly. You'll say, "Hey, Dave," or "Hey, so and so, try this razor," or "Try these 4 razors," and the next next thing I know, I've got 40 straight razors and pretty much shave with a straight all the time. Now, you've been a member since 2013. How long have you been a steward? And you have served in multiple forums, haven't you?
Turnaround, probably 2 years ago. And just for the record, I think of the guys I kind of jumped in with was you, the vet, KJ.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Dane. You guys were all kind of floated around at the same time. You guys all got promoted. I got left behind.
Oh, please.
Oh, yeah. And that's fine. You guys are great. Dane's now, I think he's Grand Poobah of the forum now. But we turn around and so, I got reached out and said, hey, you guys want to take a forum? And I was like, hey, I think part of what happens, why I've stuck around is I haven't gotten bored, because what's happened is I've been able to help other people. And it became less about the razors and more about the people. And that's kind of how I'm geared. I don't belong to any other social media, no other forum.
Sure.
The one that's kind of stuck in my life. So yeah, about 2 years ago, I came in, was in the safety razor section, had a blast. About a little over a year ago, I changed jobs. My life got kind of topsy-turvy. I stepped down probably about 6 months, 7 months. Stepped down, turn around after that, kind of stabilized my life, and they asked me to come back on, so I've been back on now for close to 8 months again. Mostly in the safety section. They did stick me over in hair, nails, and skin, which was just, it must have been desperate, because my hair, skin, and nails are atrocious. But they need someone to kind of just help. And that's what I like to do. I like to help.
Sure.
So I love it when I get PMs from people and say, hey, what about this? And can I help that? And, I feel like there's a sense of belonging, giving back. I've done I don't know how many different PIFs or just giving stuff away. I just like to give back.
Sure.
And I think that's part of it,
Sure. Well, and, go ahead.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
Well, the thing is, and as far as part of your giving back, is I remember when you went through your search for your aristocrat, your 15. And, of course, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, because that obsession bled over to me. And that was probably the toughest acquisition that I ever had, was finding one. But, there's something weird about this hobby, that when you do finally land or score the razor that you've been wanting, there is that feeling of relief. But being the steward of the safety razor forum and the sub forums for the DE, double edge, single edge, and blade forum, tell us a little bit more about that and why members should really end up going to those forums on a regular basis.
Well, for the while, I used to have in my signature, without a razor, you're just washing your face. Okay, I got the soap, I got the scent. Well, you need a razor, otherwise you're not shaving. So to me, I'm like, you have the straight razor guys, which probably most of the guys on the forum don't do, I would guess. I don't know the statistics. But it does take a special breed to take a blade and just put it against your throat. So most guys come in with, the safety razors. And so from there, to me, I'm like, that's the core of what we do. I mean, you can shave with canned goo, you can shave with, but you need a razor. And so in that, to jump in, and we have a lot of guys coming in and say, hey, I found something. It seems like back when I first started, that was a lot of it. Most of it was vintage. There wasn't a lot of new. Since then, Microtouch had come out, and the VDH and all these other ones have come in with newer. Now it's unreal. We're having these custom, beautiful machine stuff coming out now that is just unreal. But most of it was, hey, I found something, or I got something from my grandfather. I'm always jealous of these guys. I moved away from my family when I was just a youngin', Not my parents, but my heritage, and so I got no heirlooms or anything like that at all. And so these guys say, hey, I found my grandfather's razor. What is it? That is so cool to have that history and that linkage to the things that as men we do. Ladies, I suppose are in there too, but I watched TV as a kid, watching Father Knows Best, where the kid would jump up next to Dad as he was shaving. We're missing so much of that. I didn't learn to shave from anyone. I went in the department store, and I'm 50, or almost 50. We were just went about the plastic thing and rubbed it on your face, and walked out with toilet paper all over. No one taught. And I think part of the nostalgia, what we see at the Badger and the Blade, is people just have that connection to something simpler or something that's deeper, more meaningful in such a superficial world. So I find razors that are 100 years old, 50 years old, birth razors, these things that kind of connect us and sort of give that gentlemanly type of atmosphere that just permeates B&B. The guys there are great. And if you're not great, you don't stick around long.
True.
And because, people treat themselves well, people give stuff away, they're always willing to encourage. A newbie can come on and ask any question, and hey, you know what? Yeah, that's a valid question without being jumped on. So you jump in with the razors, and when people say, hey, what works for me, and hey, this what works for so in there you come in with that foundation of, hey, try this, try that. Safety, both the SE. I think the single edge guys are it's probably a much smaller group. The first time I jumped into them, I had about 3 guys offer me razors. I said, hey, I don't know anything about this, and the guys over in the SE section are just fantastic. You won't find a friendlier, encouraging group of guys than those guys. Then you got the Blade guys, which who can sit around and talk all day about the various aspects of the blades themselves.
Oh, especially the Excalibur guys that'll see how long they can take a DE blade. And I've seen some in the 50s, I think 50s and 60 shaves with one DE blade, and they're going strong.
Oh yeah, so in there, to me, of course, I was off there for a little while, jumped back in. I'm glad to be where I'm at. Adam Keen Dog is my cohort in crime right now over there. But to me, I'm like, this is really the core. Don't tell the rest of B&B. Don't tell
yeah,
the others.
I won't tell anybody. I promise.
They're just there to supplement us.
Oh, you just opened up a can of worms there. With the safety razor form, I think is where a lot of guys start out and then they start branching out. Now, you will agree, I'm sure, Badger and Blade is a large world. It's a planet amongst itself, and there's so much going on. Highlighting what you just did is very important because, as a new member coming in, like I'm sure it happened with you and it happened with me, it can be very overwhelming in the beginning. Having a specific place where these guys can learn about, whether it be a double-edged razor or a single-edged razor, and, to learn about the tons of different blades that are out there. But do you guys have any events coming up that you would like the members to know about to get them to visit a little bit more often in your guys' forum?
We turn around, of course, everyone's favorite, we do the grudge matches. That's something that I've kind of started where we do, half-day shaves comparing 2 razors. We've probably done about 4 of those now, and we'll be doing another one by end of summer to do just kind of a comparison. Everyone talks real big about, hey, my razor's best. Hey, put it to the test. And it's just a quick 3 shaves on, half your face with one razor and half the shave with the other one. And, we did that with the Slim and Fat Boy, and the Fat Boy won. We just did the thin cap and fat cap old type, and that is wrapping up at the end of this month. So people still all you need is 3 shaves, 3 days. So we still have time for people to jump into that. You got Adam, Teen Dog has jumped in, and he's got the Razor of the Month, kind of focusing on and talking about various Razors of the Month. And that's over in the SE and the DE section. So I'll make a plug for him. He's kind of taking that on. And of course, as soon as you guys finish up the bingo over in the Survivors Club,
dun dun.
The bingo will be coming over into the DE section of a forum. And
Let's take a few minutes on the bingo. For those of you that have not played. For those of you that have not played 3B, or not 3BSC, that's our club bingo, but the official Badger and Blade bingo game, please get involved. It's a lot of fun. The original group of 4 was Dane, KJ, myself, and Imatabor, and I call that the Wild Wild West of bingo because, unfortunately, we didn't have any set rules for the callers, and I know some of us, went back threads 12 years. Some of us changed forum, changed people's names, all in fun. But for some reason, I don't know why, because both Dane, KJ, myself, and you all kind of did the same shenanigans, but for some reason, you got tagged as the ultimate in bingo calling deviousness. How did that come about?
It's all lies.
And who would do a thing like that to you? Who would do a thing to you like that?
It's very dangerous to talk badly about people who own straight razors. Keep them gently. I'm still missing a pinky over last time I talked too much.
Such evilness.
And actually, for the record, I actually had someone ask me in a PM if I really lost a pinky, and that is, I have not. 2 years ago for Christmas at the Badger for the reindeer and sleigh Christmas thing. One of the gifts my buddy gave me was a pinky in a box. He goes, I don't know why this is funny, but there's some joke here. So yeah, so it's become a thing, and I've kind of used. But yeah, in full disclosure, I actually have both my pinkies on my hand.
Well, and since you're a man of the cloth, I must give a confession. So I'm doing this publicly. John, you've been a good friend, and we've had banter back and forth, including me sending you tamales and stuff like that. But I will admit today, freely, in front of Badger and Blade and God and everybody, that a lot of the moniker of the pinky and the deviousness probably came from me.
It probably did. But no, we turn around and the thing was, bingo is you look for the word or look for the link. I had the idea of, hey, instead of looking for a word, I'll put a link. And you find the link, and that link will lead you to the word. And so I did this for 2 or 3 days, and people were like, well, this is easy, this is boring. Okay. And so, this is back in the old software.
I remember.
And, once I started poking around, I found out you can make everything linkable. And so I started actually changing icons. Creating fake signatures, using a period in the middle of something, and so yeah, it was sort of challenging, and so I was told to keep it a little more tame. So this will be doable.
Well, the rules have changed now that Dangerous Dawn is kind of running the bingo ship. The days of the Wild Wild West of bingo are gone. So we don't want to dissuade any of our B&B members to play our next official game. It won't be as hair pulling as it was in the past, but knowing John the way I do, it will still be quite a challenge.
Now, as far as I know, I'm still going to do the link. So you will look for a link to click. to find the word, so there will still be a little bit of that element.
Please tell me no
in
monkey
there.
pictures. Please tell me no monkey pictures sticking their tongue out.
Next question, please.
I had a feeling you were going to say that. Well, we're going to show a clip after this interview of the teaser for the upcoming official bingo game, and it's always a blast. In fact, I was very excited to see that you were going to be the caller again.
Oh yeah,
I was actually. I
You
was.
gotta understand, there's a whole joke behind this with all the stewards of, please, someone else do this. John cannot do this. I mean, there's been an outright boycott and a whole movement to try to keep me away from this.
I was your biggest supporter. Because I want to bring a little bit. I want to give the members that are newer members that have played bingo a little bit of a taste of what it was like back in the Wild Wild West. And you're the man to do it. You are the master. You are the master.
Right, and and I'm just a warm fuzzy fur ball, so no one should be afraid. Just all you gotta do is click. That's all you gotta do.
You just click, and then once you click again, and then once you click it. Oh, I wasn't supposed to give that out. You didn't hear that. We'll edit this out. There
you go. All right, thank you.
Well, John, as always, you have been such a good friend, and this has been an absolute blast as an interview, and I think the members are really going to enjoy it. Any final thoughts to the members of Badger and Blade, or anybody who's listening?
Dave's been after me for a little while to do this, and I've always kind of blown him off because I think you jump on, and there's guys that I know are regulars, and I told Dave, I said, no one probably even knows who I am. I'm just kind of one of these guys that kind of lurk over. I'm not the smartest, I'm not the brightest, I don't have the nicest, I don't have, and so part of that, I was reluctant to kind of do this. But I think there's a lot more of me than, out there. I think there's a lot of guys who are just kind of, I say, normal. We're kind of the normal guys in the zoo who just kind of look at B&B as a place to belong and a place to kind of hang out. I look forward to what's next. I usually have a tab open that I check on and off because I want to see what's going on. And it's a great place with great guys and gals, and I just look forward to it. And I always tell people, you always get out of things what you put in. And there's a lot of lurkers out there. I encourage you to jump in. You won't find a bunch of nicer guys. Just participate, and I think you'll be richly blessed because of that. I've made friends that I'll probably keep for a long time. I feel closer. This is probably really bad to admit, but I feel closer to some of the guys. There's you, Dave, that I've known now for at least 3 years. Mm-hmm. We've exchanged things on and off the forum. And a few others that I kind of have that way. I feel like I'm kind of closer to them than I do some of the people in my real life. And so Badger and Blade is just really that's great place. It's kind of a safe place, and jump in and be a part. And I think you'll find people much more receptive of that. So.
Well, and I agree. I agree. I think that a lot of people, a lot of the lurkers that may have had, we've said this over and over on the shows before, that I think that that's a common thread in what you're saying, and I don't think you're weird at all as far as thinking that you're closer to some of the folks here than you are to people in your real life. I think that's a lot bigger of a theme than we both know amongst the the people we come across, and it's a safe place because you're not going to get flamed. A lot of people that have been on the internet before, they get flamed everywhere they go. And and I think that your reach into Badger and Blade is even. I know you're a very humble person, and in all seriousness, I think your reach into Badger and Blade and your reach into kind of how the members have followed, for lack of a better term, followed in your footsteps on how they set things up. I mean, I would have never journaled about straights and stuff like that on a daily basis. I mean, I think I'm up to 570 some odd shaves now, and I wouldn't have done that. And some of the banter that goes on in the journals, that's directly responsible to what, to watching you and how you interacted, and how you continue to interact with the members. So I think that, you owe yourself a little bit of a pat on the back as well, because, when I look at saying, okay, who is a model member to not only the existing members, but the members that have been, around a while, you fit that bill. And I can't say it any more sincerely or honestly than that.
Oh, shucks. No, it's just funny how we often see ourselves, in this big World Wide Web thing. And, but it's neat. It's neat to be a part, and I'm really proud to be a Stu, and, that I have this opportunity to give back in that way, so I appreciate it, Dave, I appreciate what you guys do. They all do, to keep this thing going, so.
Well, once again, John, thank you so much for taking your time to do this Steward Spotlight interview. Just a reminder to those Badger and Blade members, don't forget to check out the Safety Razor forum on a daily basis, including the sub-forums for the Double Edge, Single Edge, and Blade forum. There's a lot of great stuff going on there. If you have questions for you new members, it's a great resource to find out, and John himself is a fantastic resource as far as the razors. And don't forget, Badger and Blade official bingo game in the Safety Razor forum will be coming up sometime in May once the club bingo is over with. So once again, John, thank you so much for being with Badger and Blade Radio today. We appreciate it more than you know.
Well, thank you very much, Dave. Talk to you later.
We hope you enjoyed that interview with Imatabor, one of the stewards from the Safety Razor Forum. And as you may or may not know, this interview was pre-recorded, so some of the things are a little bit out of date. The B&B official bingo game has been going on for about a week now. You can still probably jump in if you're nice to John and give him some tamales. You'll have to catch up. But we're going to go ahead and show this video for those people that have never played the bingo before, and then we'll continue the show right after this.
Hi, mateys. Ha ha ha. Captain Nobeard here. Managing a pirate ship can be stressful and it can be hard to find time for myself, except for my daily morning shave. To give myself that wonderful shave experience, I use Captain's Choice products. The quality of the soaps, creams, and aftershaves and balms are top-notch for my daily parlay with my face. Plus, they have wonderful accessories including lather bowls, one-of-a-kind soap lockers, and brushes. My favorite is the cat o' nine tails. Oh, what a burn. But all the products are treasures. So nice are my morning shaves that it transforms me into a true gentleman for a time before having to become a pirate again. So, if you are looking for the best in shave products, look no further. Anchor up and get your treasure at captainschoicestore.com. Yo ho, it's Captain's Choice for me.
Captain's Choice products, www.captainschoicestore.com. Welcome back to the show, B&B. We hope you're enjoying it so far. And before we move on to our mail call section, just a little personal note. We'd like to once again thank John Imatabor for the wonderful Steward Spotlight interview. And just to let everybody know, John and I have become really good friends, and you will not find a more generous member here on BadgerandBlade.com. He's willing to help out whenever he can on a variety of subjects. Now, this is just in breaking news. Him and I had a discussion. He's going to be running a PIF somewhere in in the Safety Razor forum after the bingo, I would assume. And he's going to be giving something very, very special away, so please keep an eye out in the Safety Razor forum for that PIF. And once again, thanks, John. And now for our mail call segment. Now, our mail call segment is really your way of responding to the community at large. About every 2 weeks, we post a week in advance a mail call subject. Now, sometimes these subjects can be open. Sometimes they will have a specific theme, such as tonight versus the soaps versus cream. This is your way to get your voice heard. So we would really strongly like to suggest that you get involved with these, because this is really what drives the discussion here on BadgerandBlade.com. So for tonight, the mail call section was soaps versus creams and what our members like. Now, unfortunately, we did not get a ton of responses on this, but I think most of the responses are what everybody else is feeling, that soaps and creams belong in everybody's shave arsenal. I personally go more towards soaps, but I use creams quite often. And when I come back to creams, I say, why haven't I used these more? So it's a good discussion to get into. Like I said, when we do have these subjects, please get involved, because it gives us a wide-ranging number of opinions on this. So first, from C. Vargo, our soap steward forum, he says soaps, sticks, creams in that order. He owns all three types and used them all, but a tub of soap is his favorite. So there you go. Those are the type of opinions we're looking for. From Major Rich, so far on my shave journey, I've only encountered one cream, and that's C.O. Bigelow, which is a Parasso rebranded item. I like it just fine. I'm currently in soaps and will be open to creams and open that rabbit hole when I complete more storage capacity in my shave locker. As you are no doubt aware, shave stuff is like energy and will expand to fill all available spaces. I must direct and control the expansion. Well, Rich, we thank you so much for your honesty there, but get to building, because you're going to be getting more stuff, I'm sure. Clyde72, Craig, says, to me, all three are a must to use on one's journey into the wet shaving abyss. In his honest opinion, everyone who wet shaves should be able to say they have used William Mugg shaving soap, Argo shaving stick, and one of the Parasso creams. I agree with you 100%, Craig, because those are kind of the three basics that everybody should learn. And for Moderator Rock Viper, he is a fan of soaps, and you'll see some of these pictures here. So, which is better, which is not? Well, it depends on your own preference. Once again, whatever makes you happy, it's shaving, and whatever makes you feel like you enjoy the journey rather than making it a monotonous daily chore that you have to do. Shave creams can be a little less slick sometimes if you're using a straight razor. However, soaps can be a little bit harder to use and will take a little bit more time. Where a cream, you take an almond-sized snurtle, stick it on your brush or on your bowl, and boom, off you go. Add a few drops of water and you're rocking and rolling. Where some of the soaps, especially some of the British hard soaps, have quite a narrow water band and can take a little bit longer to get good lather. So everybody who responded to our mail call segment this week, we certainly do appreciate it. And once again, B&B members, please keep an eye out in the Video Library Forum for our mail call posts, because these are the discussions that drive some of the conversations here on BadgerandBlade.com. After the break, we'll come back to wrap everything up for the night. Stick with us. Since 2009, Bullgoose Shaving Supplies has been providing the best in shaving products to the discerning traditional shaver. Carrying shave soaps, creams, aftershaves, fragrances, razors, and accessories from many of the top manufacturers, as well as unique and artisan shave products from around the world. Bullgoose Shaving Supplies also carries its very own product of shave soaps, custom brushes, and razors under the Asylum Shaveworks brand, including the one-of-a-kind Asylum RX single-edge razor, the Asylum Evolution, an homage to the 1930s Darwin, and coming soon to Bullgoose, the Paradigm Titanium double-edge razor. Bullgoose Shaving Supplies is your one-stop shop for bath and shower, as well as all personal grooming accessories. Looking for that special gift or storage solution? We have that too. With lightning-quick order fulfillment, wonderful customer service, and an easy-to-navigate website, you can get everything you need at Bullgoose Shaving Supplies. www.bullgooseshaving.com. That's www.bullgooseshaving.com. This brings another episode of Badger and Blade Radio to a close, and we'd certainly like to thank each and every one of you for spending a little bit of time during your day for our broadcast. We try to make these as fun as possible, have a little bit of comedy, a little bit of information, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. We'd also like to thank Bullgoose Shaving Supplies and Captain's Choice Products for being a part of our vendor program. As you know, that we have usually put out small little vintage shave commercials during our breaks, but there's only a finite number out there. So this decision to do this was to give spotlight to our wonderful vendors here at www.badgerandblade.com. And so make sure you visit their stores on a regular basis, and especially now as they will be doing some giveaways and some discounts. So thanks once again for that. Also, we do listen to what you guys are asking us to do, and one of our members had suggested that we try to shorten the B&B Radio episodes, and we're going to do everything we can to do that to between 30 and 45 minutes. It will require a little bit of logistical changes, so please be patient with us while we trim everything down. And also, I believe it was Clyde72 who had suggested that we do a show on how to improve your photography, how to improve your shave of the day shots. So good news is we're going to be joined by Saramento1 Murray, probably one of the finest photographers here on badgerandblade.com, and he's going to give us a short little quick interview on how to improve your shots, and then we'll have a discussion on how to make the best out of your cell phone shots for those people that don't want to drag out the big DSLR cameras. So that and a whole bunch more on our next episode. As always, we'd like to thank the mods and the stewards for all the hard work they do each and every day to bring content, laughs, and some fun stuff to badgerandblade.com. We'd like to thank the administrators and the owners for bringing us badgerandblade.com. And as always, and most importantly, we'd like to thank you, the members of badgerandblade.com. You are the lifeblood of this forum, and we appreciate you each and every day. I've been your host, Skyside. We'll see you next time.